In this video, I will give you a full and detailed tutorial on leverage trading on the platform Bitrue. If you want to get the best sign-up bonus possible on Bitrue, you simply have to go down to the first link in the video description. Then you will get to exactly this page right here. And as you can see, you can get up to $1,000 in bonuses. Simply click right here on register to claim. And then right here, simply enter your email address and set a password, or use one of these options down here and create your account in less than 30 seconds. Once you have created an account and you log in for the first time, you'll get to this page right here. And the first thing I want to show you is how you can directly deposit money. First, how to deposit crypto. Simply go up here to assets and then click on deposit. Then up here, make sure to choose the coin that you want to deposit. As you can see, there are many different cryptocurrencies. In my case, I'm just going to use USDT for now. Then I can choose the network. Of course, make sure that you're using the same network right here as of the other wallet or exchange where you're sending the money from to here. In my case, I'm just going to choose the Tron network. And then as you can see down here, I will be presented with my personal deposit address, which I can now copy to my clipboard right here and then send to crypto to here. It usually only takes a few minutes. And if you're sending larger amounts, I recommend you to first send a small test transaction. And once you've received everything, send the remaining amount with the second transaction. So that's how you can deposit crypto. If you don't have any crypto yet, or you want to deposit with fiat money, so euro, US dollar, British pound, whichever fiat currency you have, there's also an option for that. You simply have to go up here to buy. Then right here, choose the fiat currency that you currently have. In my case, I'm just going to choose the euro. Type in how much. In my case, I'm just going to choose 500. Down here, I recommend you just choose USDT. So what I will do is it will just use a third-party service and buy with your euro the USDT. And then you will have that USDT balance right here credited on your account to use for trading. Then we just have to click on buy USDT right here. You need to run through the KYC verification to do that. So that is one small downside if you want to deposit with fiat directly on here. They then offer multiple payment methods, and it also only takes a few minutes. But of course, I also recommend you, especially if you're depositing larger amounts, to simply buy crypto on another exchange and then send the crypto that you bought to Bitrue. If you're more interested in that, I have a separate video on my channel where I explain how to do exactly that in just a few steps. Once you have deposited any money, you can always check if it has already arrived by simply going up here to your assets and then just click on overview. Here you can see your different accounts. If you just go into your spot account, this is where the money will arrive when you deposit something. You can see right here, this is my $170 that I have deposited to my account. If you deposited with another cryptocurrency other than USDT, we first need to convert it to USDT in order to trade with it. And you can simply do that by just going up here to trade and then click on spot. Then here on the left, simply choose the cryptocurrency that you deposited. For example, if you deposited Bitcoin, just choose BTC USDT right here. You can also search for it. Then down here, you will see your BTC balance, and then just put this to 100% or how much you want to sell. Click on sell BTC, and then you will have converted your BTC balance into USDT. And this is what we need to trade with it. Once we're done with that, we can simply go back here to our assets and overview. And once you have it in USDT right here, in our last step, we now need to transfer it from our spot account to our futures account to then trade with it. And to do that, we simply click right here on transfer, choose from spot account to futures account, USDT, type in the amount right here, or just click on max and click on transfer. And then you will see now we have it in our futures account. Now we can check out the trading platform, and to get there, we simply go up here to derivatives and then click on USDT futures. Then we get to this trading page right here. I will show you everything that we can see right here step by step. First of all, up here, you can choose the trading pair. So if you just go to here, you can see currently we have the Bitcoin trading pair selected, but of course you can trade all these different other coins as well. In my case, I'm just going to stick with Bitcoin for now. Down here, you will see the price chart. This is just a cutout from TradingView. So if you are familiar with that, you have all these different options. You can move around in the chart right here, use different drawing tools, and also choose up here the different time frames. On the right side, we can see the order books, and down here, the recently happened trades. And at the left side, at the bottom right here, we can see our opened positions, which we'll get into just a bit when we open our first position, as well as your open orders or your history. On the right side on the bottom, you can also see your available balance. These are the $170 that we have deposited on here. You can also see it up here under available, and also transfer more funds if you want to do so. And up here, this is where we can control and open our trades, which we'll get into right now. So let's open our first long position. And first of all, we need to click on here and choose the margin mode. I highly recommend you to choose isolated right here. And right next to it, we can choose our leverage. You can use up to 125 on Bitrue. I'm simply going to start with a 5x leverage for now. Click on confirm, and we have that all set up in here. Next up, we need to choose the order type. We can choose between a limit and a market order. At a limit order, we could set a certain price in here. For example, if I type in $84,000, then I would simply place a limit order at 84,000, and only if the price goes down and reaches that price, then my long position would be opened. But what we can also do, and I highly recommend you to use most of the time, is just use a simple market order. And you can see that we don't type in a price right here because a market order is just executed immediately at the current market price. Next up, we can choose the position size. If you just click on here, we can choose between BTC or USDT. I prefer in USDT because then we can simply type in here how big we want our position to be. For example, if I type in $500, that means down here under margin, we can see how much of our own money we are using for this trade. In this case, the $100 from our existing $170 times the 5x leverage will equal the entire position size of $500. So that's how your own margin, your own capital, times the leverage will always equal the entire position size. And that's how these three numbers play together. Next up, we can also set a take profit and stop loss if you want to do that. If you just click on here, we can either type in the prices right here, or if you click on advanced, you can even do more. For example, if you click on here, you can directly type in your profit and loss. For example, let's say I want to make $50 of a profit, and it will automatically calculate the price for me. Same goes for my stop loss. If I just put in profit or loss right here, and let's say I want to make a loss of minus $20, and you will also see the price is automatically calculated. And if I click on confirm, I have that all set up right in here. Next up, I can open my position by just clicking down here on buy long, confirm, and you will see I directly opened my position. We can see it directly down here. This is our opened position. First of all, we can see it's a Bitcoin trade with a 5x leverage. Here's our current profit or loss. Of course, at the beginning, it's always a small loss because of the transaction fees for opening the position. Here is the position size, but not in USD, but instead in BTC. So these 0.0058 BTC equals the $500 that we put in here as our initial position size. Right next to it, we can also see our entry price where we enter the position and the current price, as well as our liquidation price. So liquidation price would mean if we didn't place a stop loss. Currently we placed one, of course, but let's assume we didn't place a stop loss and the price would go down this much, down to $69,000. Then this position right here would be so-called liquidated, which means it would be closed automatically by the platform, and we would lose all of our margin, which equals our own capital. As you remember, the $100 initially that we saw down here, we can also see it in here. This is the margin. This is our own capital in this trade, which would be at risk if the liquidation price would be hit in case we did not place a stop loss before, which we of course did. And if you're wondering where you can see that, just go here to open orders. And here you can see this right here is our take profit at that price. And this down here is our stop loss. In case you want to edit them, cancel them and place new ones, you just click on cancel right here. And then we can place new ones. So if we go back here to our position, we can just go here to TPSL. And let's say I want to place a new take profit or stop loss. Let's say I first want to place my take profit at, let's say, $90,000 as a market order. And I want to close the entire position at that price. I can see I would make $22 of a profit there. Of course, I can also close, for example, only half of it. I would only take half of my profit out. And then I could also place multiple take profits and stop losses if I wanted to do that. But in this case, I'm just going to put it to 100%. Click on confirm. So I have that placed. Same goes for my stop loss. If I just go in here, say market again, and as for the price, let's say I want to place it at $84,000, and I also want to close the entire position at that price. And as you can see, I would make $12 of a loss. Click on confirm. And now I have that set up, and I can see if I go back here to open orders, here's my take profit and stop loss again, where the entire trade would be closed, the 0.0058 BTC, which is my entire position size that I can see right here. All right, so next up, I want to show you how you can increase your position size. As you can see, we are currently at 0.0058 BTC. And if you want to increase that, you simply go right here and open a new position. And what I will do is it won't open a separate new position down here, but instead just add the amount right here onto the existing trade. So if I just put this right here to 100%, let's say we're using all of our money, the $67 times 5 will equal another $339 that we can add onto this trade, which is roughly 0.0039 BTC, which will be added to here. And if I just click on buy long again, confirm, you will see now we've increased our position size to 0.0097 BTC. So that way you can always easily increase your position size. If you want to increase it further, there's also an option by increasing the leverage, which you can just do by just going down here. And let's say I want to increase my leverage to an 8x leverage, click on confirm. You will see now we increase the leverage. The position size right here is still the same, and also our margin is still the same. But what we can do now is we can take some margin out. As you can see, we can take up to $60 out of margin. So if I just do that right now, you can see now we took some margin out, which we have now available. And of course, you can now withdraw that money or do whatever else you want to do, open new other positions. Or what you can also do is add this onto the existing trade. Only one thing that you need to note is if you take some margin out, that will increase your liquidation price a little bit. So you might need to be a little bit careful. Make sure that you have a stop loss before, or also place your stop loss somewhere in profit. If you are already a little bit in profit, that is also an option. In my case, I'm just going to use this amount right here to increase the position size even more, which is also an option. So if I just go in here again, put this to 100%, I can add another $400 onto this trade. And if I just click on buy long, you will see now I've increased my position size even more to 0.0153 BTC. So that's how you can increase your trade. If you want to decrease it, just simply go in here and close parts of your position. For example, if I want to close half of it, let's say I just want to close 0.001, that's around about 2/3 of the position. Just click on market. You will see now it's down to 0.005 BTC again. So by just closing bits of the position, you can also decrease your position size. Lastly, if you want to decrease your leverage again, simply go in here and just put this, for example, back to 5x, click on confirm. And what this will do, of course, it will pull margin into this trade right here. And now we've also decreased our liquidation price again. And if you want to see how much margin you can still take out, just go in here and see, for example, in this case, we could still take some margin out. But of course, the lower we do the leverage, the less margin we can take out and the more margin we need in here in order to keep up the calculation of margin times the leverage will still need to equal the position size. All right, so lastly, to close the entire trade, just go in here, choose all, click on market, and then you're also out of the entire trade again. Next, I want to show you how you can use a short position. Simply go here to the right, isolated 5x leverage. Let's use a market order again. And let's use for the position size, in this case, just 100% to use all of our available balance right here, the $170 as margin times the 5x leverage will equal an entire position size of $846. Take profit and stop loss. We can also do that later on. So I'm just going to click on sell short right here, confirm. And then we are right here in our short position. You can see it directly here. It's a Bitcoin trade. Now it's in red. That indicates that it's a short position. Here the amount, so the position size. And one big difference, of course, is the liquidation price, because now it's above the current price. So if the price would reach $102,000 in this case, then this position right here would be closed and liquidated. But of course, we can prevent that by placing a take profit and stop loss before, just going down here to TPSL. Let's say we want to place our take profit price. Let's just enter the price right here as $80,000. And then we want to close the entire trade, which means $60 of profit. Click on confirm. And same goes for my stop loss. I want to place it at, let's say, $89,000. And then also close the entire trade there. And that would mean $27 of a loss. Click on confirm. And now we have placed our take profit and stop loss. You can also see it here under open orders. Up here is our stop loss, because we're making a loss if the price reaches that price up here. And we're making the profit if the price goes down and reaches $80,000 down here. So pretty much all works the same, except for now we're making a profit if the price goes down and a loss if the price goes up. To close your short trade again, simply go down here, choose right here the amount you want to close. In this case, I'm just going to close all, click on market, and then you're also out of your short position again. Don't forget to pick up your special sign-up bonus with up to $1,000 in bonuses by simply going down to the first link in the video description. Just click on register to claim right here and start creating your account within a few seconds.